we're talking to Paul Hamden, and he's from Australia, and he's written 4 books. And the first book was Alien Interaction Communications with Extraterrestrials, and that came out, well, it's on, according to this, it came out on July 26, 2010. I don't know if that's just when it was published in Amazon. We'll check in a minute. Let's see. The next one down, I don't know if he's in the right order, but we'll check with Paul in a second. And there's another one he wrote called When Spirits and Angels Visit, Short Stories about Spirits, Friends and Loved Ones by Paul Hamden. That's dated September the 23rd, 2010. And the next one is Alien Interaction Next Generation, The Book of Wisdom, Volume 2 by Paul Hamden, and it's August 23rd, 2010. I think these are just when it's been featured on Amazon actually, and it's on Kindle ebook. They're all Kindle ebook by the way, by the looks of it. Some paperbacks. So Paul, what prompted you to start writing your first book?
We had been sitting as a group for about 3 years and been working with connecting to spiritual realms, and we'd noticed after about 18 months that we seemed to have different entities moving into the circle. And one day in one of the circles, a few of the sitters turned around and said that they were seeing an extraterrestrial entity in the circle. And so I decided to start to document the whole process. The books run this way: they run Alien Interaction, Communication with Extraterrestrials. The next one's then Alien Interaction, Next Generation, and the one that's being written now in the third book in the series is Alien Interaction Healing. The extraterrestrials have written all of these books via a channeling process, and they're looking to provide information about themselves directly from themselves, and not via hearsay or second-hand information. The other books after that were written were Spiritual Guides, Mediums and Dimensional Energies. That's just a small step-by-step book, about 60 pages, that helps individuals to just work through some of the issues that they have in regards to connecting to their higher self and their guides. And then the last book that was written is called When Spirits and Angels Visit, and that's just a book about my individual access that I've had to guides and spirit, and the stories that of the interaction with them and other people.
I know there's a lot of people out there that have got lots of questions, and obviously we can't answer them all because a lot of them are just not answerable. From my understanding, the ETs have to obey the laws of the universe, or they have laws just as we do. But what would you say was the purpose of the ETs actually interacting with us? Is it to help us remember anything in particular, like who we are, for example, or is it because they have some other motive? What would you say about that?
This was one of the burning questions that we had as a group. Why had we started out as a circle that were looking to work with people that had passed over in this, and we were living in the spiritual realm, and then we ended up working with extraterrestrials. And from their point of view, it was more about us recognizing that everything that we need for our ascension process we already have. It was about awakening in us a positive response to the energies around us, our planet, and the climate that we live in. In regards to the books, they have direct communication and questions and answers from the extraterrestrials that talk about how they would like to see us tap into our true potential. A lot of people have a negative view I guess, on some of the interaction that with some of the beings that have come to the planet, or that they've heard of that are coming to the planet. And we've spent at least 1,000 hours so far talking to the extraterrestrials in regards to different issues on the planet, different levels of dimensional access, interdimensional travel, time travel, their society, the way that they're structured, all with the understanding that they're here to just help us and support us, not to take control, not to have anybody look up to them and think that they're any better than us. But I think that they've had some their own problems in their own society, and it's quite possible that once somebody has some information about, you know, the pitfalls of doing certain things, it may be better to help a society to develop and not follow some of the pitfalls that normally befalls a society. So that's one of the main reasons why they are looking to work with individuals on the planet and to work with the planet as a whole. You know, a lot of people say, why don't they just come down in their craft and appear? I don't believe that a lot of people are ready for alien interaction or extraterrestrial interaction. I think that the extraterrestrials have planned it carefully. They understand that people need to be slowly educated in regards to the communication processes, and the more time that you spend with a person or a being, the more you get to trust them, and the better off the communication process builds. Ultimately, when they all do turn up in their craft and land, then obviously people will have had the constant communication, and the communication between multiple races and humans will be easily accepted.
Are these ETs all benign? Are they friendly? And is there actually, from your perspective, from your experience, is there confrontation or is there a war going on at the moment between the extraterrestrial races? Because I know that there are people out there who have concerns about the negative ETs, as they call them, and so what would you say about, as regards to negative and positive ETs? Would you generally say that they're mostly positive?
In regards to that question, look, it's really important that it's talked about, because it's like saying to somebody from another planet, on Earth, we're all friendly and there's never any issues. With a lot of the extraterrestrials that come from different races, some have their agendas, others don't. Some of the non-physical entities in regards to the dimensional beings don't have the same agendas as a physical being would have. Are there different wars, I guess, which is a poor word to use, but taking place between some extraterrestrial races? Well, if you extrapolate across the universe, that there's possibly 100 billion galaxies, that we exist in the Milky Way. There's 100 billion planets or so in ours. We could be looking at 100 billion races. I'm pretty sure that there would be hostilities between some of the races, just as there are on this very small planet that we're living on.